This is Forage Wizard. It's a super curious and interesting upgrade style game where we start with, well, not very much. We've got a little altar here and we have got ourselves a little objective, which is kind of cool. There's also Froggle, who is going to be telling us a couple of different bits and bobs that we are going to have to do. Move north, apparently, to find... There we go, the tree stump. Now, we are going to be able to engage with said tree stump. We're going to be able to pick up the resources. Boom, boom, boom. And we are going to be able to take said resources back to... There we go. We're going to select, or we're going to drop them right back off at the altar. Fantastic. I'm starting to see your potential. You're now my apprentice. Complete more upgrades. It would be my pleasure. Okay, we are going to be able to improve, well, hopefully everything. We're going to be able to explore the map, and we're hopefully going to be able to automate a bit of our operation. That's quite exciting. Gain more storage in the hand. Chopping blocks is faster. Yeah, let's start with that for now. We don't want to go too OTT. Our capability to chop blocks is not superb at the present moment. It's taking a little bit of time to get anything done here. And we can only store up to 5 resources at any one time. That's fine, though. That's fine. We can work with this. Okay, a lot of more complicated things are over here. In order to improve our clicking capability on rocks, or on... trees, it's going to require some rocks, which we don't have at the moment. Fix Master Froggle's shop so that you can buy blueprints. Sure, I would like that a lot. It's going to cost me... Oh, that's 7. I thought it was only 1 bit of wood. That's fine. Okay, how fast are we chopping now? I mean, if I tap that quickly, it looks like I do maybe operate slightly more swiftly. Who knows? Let's worry about that in just a second. Okay, my blueprint shelf is repaired at last. Click my tower to buy the water well blueprint. Okay, that's fine. That's going to cost me 5 wood. Well, we're actually quite close to... There we go, the 5 wood up here. So let's go and nab that. And B, to turn on build mode. Sure. Alrighty then. Another 5 wood in order to build this water well. Again, not super crazy. I would really, really, really like to automate the wood chopping process. I do indeed believe that we will have that option over the course of time. But for now, it's the water well. Simple carpentry is nothing yet. Keep revisiting my store for greater blueprints. It would be my great pleasure. So we can gain more storage. Water well clicks are stronger. Okay. Learn to click rocks out of the mining stone. That's cool, too. I think we're going to probably try and do that, just because, you know, I've got the water ability. I might as well use it. Also, it's pretty easy to get water out of here, so, yep, absolutely gonna do that. We're going to throw that in. Beautiful. And what did it say? Southwest? Southwest is... No, not there, although that is interesting. This is the stone over here. Right, so I think it was 5 rocks in order to upgrade my tree potential, which is absolutely something that I want to do. But we just need to think about it. We need to think about it. Yeah, I think we're going to start with that. We're also probably going to do some water improvements in just a little bit. Also probably want to get a slightly larger hand size so that I can be taking more resources with me. But, you know, for now, we're okay with this, I think. That will mean that we're able to get more wood out of here. That's a good amount of stuff. There we go. Slam that in there. And a little bit more. And boom. Suddenly, we're up at level 2 now. Marvelous. Okay. Gain more hand storage. Do not hate that at all. I'm going to gain a little bit more hand storage. How quickly do I chop wood? I feel like it's still definitely quicker if I click. But wood-wise, yeah, seems decent. Okay, let's quickly nab the hand. Auto-clicking the chopping block is 45% faster. That is what I want. In fact, that is what I need. I absolutely need that. Water clicks are stronger as well. Let's maybe do a little bit of water extraction just whilst we're here. We might as well. There we go. Looking good. Okay, so yeah, that is definitely an improvement that we want to get. Move 50% faster when sprinting. Auto-clicking the well is 35% faster. Bonfires craft 45% faster. Well, we haven't unlocked bonfires yet. Learn to slay slimes, but we're going to need Ignis in order to do that. Clicks on the rock are 45% faster. Okay, beavers absolutely are the priority here. The channel beaver. Oh yeah, I've got I've got up to 10 units of stuff in my hand now, which is quite nice. Okay, so the next level of beaver is going to be 3 sap. Lumberjack Jack adds a 20% chance that lumber is produced instead of +1 when hitting a chopping block. Okay. Learn to harvest clay. 50% movement speed when sprinting. Well, let's just get that in there whilst we're here. Drop and collect items from any containers 100% faster when sprinting. What do I care about? What do I want to do? Probably a mining stone upgrade, I guess. That's maybe something that we want to just get whilst we're here. I'm not seeing like any majorly important upgrades right now. Auto-clicking the mining stone is 50% faster. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good, to be honest. Another upgrade to the beaver is not bad. We're probably going to have to save up and... have a little think about what we want. Also, blueprints. Yeah, I've not really had a little look here. Bonfire? Yeah, I think we'll do the bonfire real quick. So it's going to cost me... It's going to cost me 5 to unlock it to get the template. And then I think I needed... If I'm not mistaken, I needed another 5 to build it. I think this is going to allow me to make Ignis, if I can recall. There we go. Good. Bonfire has been unlocked. Let's go into the build mode and see if we can try and make a bonfire. There we go. 5 of those bad boys already ready to go, which is El Grando. And yeah, that's a little bit better, actually. Definitely feels like the auto clicker is now a little bit faster, which is what we like. Good. Okay, bonfire is in. You can now command flame. Click on the bonfire's UI to check out the recipes. Aha! Okay, so we've got ash, which is from lumber. We've got sap, which is from water and lumber. We've got ignis, which is ash and sap. And then we've got forbidden flame, which is ignis and chaotic materia. Material? Unsure. Either way, sap is probably what we need, right? If we're gonna get this upgrade, which I absolutely want to do, if we're able to channel the beaver, then yep, I'm keen. If we want to channel the beaver, then that's exactly what we do. Okay, so we pop fuel over here. We pop the recipe ingredients into the actual bonfire, and then we just kind of like let it go. And then we can see the recipe there, and that's just gonna sort of like make stuff for us in the background, which is really rather nice. Yeah, we're definitely gonna need more logs for the fuel. I guess logs don't seem like a super efficient way of fueling bonfires, but, you know, we don't really have any other options right now. Well, things are looking good, and in fact, if I take, we should be able to get the beaver channeling unlocked, which is marvelous. That really does beg the question, what is it that we want to sort out next? Clip the pesky bushes that grow in the meadow. I don't particularly care about that, to be honest. Auto-clicking the mining stone is, mining the stone is a little bit faster. I'll do that. I've been mining a little bit off camera. Why the heck not? Speed up our progress a little bit. Auto-clicking the mining stone is even faster still, and that's only going to cost me 3 sap and 10 stone. You know what? Yeah, I will take that. I would like to do anything that will reduce the number of times that I'm going to have to click so that I don't get a form of repetitive strain injury. That's right. I'm hard at work. That's me. I work hard. Work hard clicking. What do we need? Okay, learn to pick iron ore out of the iron node. Learn to slay slimes. Oh yeah, we need ignis, don't we? Gain 5 more hand storage. That's pretty dirt cheap, to be honest. Why don't we do this whilst we have the ability to do so? Let's go and... There we go. Get that in there, Get this going. I don't know what / how much sap we're gonna need, but it's relatively cheap, so let's just do it. There we go, and leave that over there. Okay. So, next level of hand size. Yeah, definitely feeling like the auto-clicking is already far surpassing my ability to click, which is good. Some pretty speedy upgrades here. Right. Learn to harvest clay from the clay fields. I think that's what we're gonna move towards. We don't have... Where are the clay fields? Clay fields are down here. Who could have seen that one coming? What else have we got? I think that's slimes. Yeah, we currently cannot do anything about that, but we will. We will be able to soon. We'll be able to destroy them. Also, there's some, like, altar up here. Looks like we need a little bit of ash in order to progress that. So we'll probably have a little think about doing that in just a second. Speaking of, I think we're actually going to nab ourselves another bonfire here. I've got the resources to do it. Or, well, almost the resources to do it. So let's do it. And then I think the recipe for ash was literally, yeah, just literally logs. There we go. And drop the fuel, drop an extra log over there. Nice. And yeah, so we're going for clay at the moment. I think that's entirely reasonable. Do we need anything more here? No, I'm kind of just content just to leave that as is. Ash is probably something that we're going to want to make rather a lot of. So we should probably just try and have that always running in the background. There we go. Good. Throw everything into there. And a few more bits and bobs over here. Nice. For good measure. Okay. Very, very chuffed with that. The real question is, what do we do after clay? I mean, there is bricks that we need, I think, in order to unlock iron ore. We may need another recipe. And in fact, I should go and check on my froggy friend to go and see what... recipes he's got available, because I've not really checked out in a while. Yeah, look at this. Okay, we got a chest, stores a stack of items, a brewing well, that costs me clay, a self-chopper automatically generates timber over time. Yes, I want to get that. And a furnace is ignis, terra, sand, and lumber. Well, we don't have sand or terra or other stuff quite yet. Is that enough? Oh, your new ash will allow you to begin challenging the cursed Turnip's Temple. Each time you complete one of those rituals, gates will open and you'll unlock a new region. Okay, that's cool. I wasn't really going to spend that ash on the turnip quite yet. We're not there yet, I don't think. But we're close. We're close. We're close. I want to get clay prospecting first. There we go. Good. Clay prospecting first. That'll allow us to do... That'll allow us to do a little bit of clay. I mean, I presume the recipe is going to be added to the bonfire. I'm not actually sure. Let's go have a little look, shall we? So. Ah, I see. It literally just... Right. Okay, that's going to take some time. That is going to take some time. So, increase the capacity of the clay fields by 5. Yeah, I'm going to do that because I don't know what the capacity is at the moment, but I am almost certainly going to be constantly down here unless I get that upgraded. And 10 stone and 3 ash seems like a really, really, really small price to pay to just have more clay being more accessible. So, let's do that. Let's also get some more wood for our ash operation, because there we go, because pretty sure it's going to have stopped, firstly, but second of all, we need ash for the big old turnip temple thing, whatever the heck that means. Right, here we go, get that over there, and yeah, let's go and see what the capacity is. Capacity's 5. Okay, so it's not terrible. Still don't regret doing this, though. Still good, I think. Yeah, not too bad. And yoink, the extra hand size. Yep, thank you. I will have that leveled up. What do we got? Sand generation? Don't know about that. Up to 5 rocks will automatically generate around the mining rock. Ooh. Yeah, I'm interested in that for sure. I think we need to get the clip the pesky bushes that grow in the meadow upgrade first, though. Because I think that is going to allow me to get leaves. Let's see, we need 3 sap. There we go. So Snipper's unlocked. Is that gonna... Yes, look at that. Okay, that's pretty nice. I guess they will regrow around. That's cool. Up to 5 rocks will generate naturally around the mining rock. Yeah, so presumably I can just go over and collect them whenever I can. Learn to safely pull the mandrakes out of the ground. What the heck? Okay. Bushes grow 75% faster in the meadows. Auto-clicking the mining stone is faster. I'll do that, I suppose. I mean, this is just immensely satisfying, honestly. It's really, really, really satisfying. Oh, good. Yeah, just placing things and putting them down. Very, very satisfying indeed. Okay, it's time to explore whatever this thing is. There we go. Ah, okay, we're going to need more, and we're going to need Ignis for that as well. That's fine. I mean, if I was to build another bonfire, would that be the worst thing in the world? I don't think so. And in fact, I think I've got the resources to boot right now as well. Let's go and do that. You're going to do Ignis. Ah, yeah, that's what we need more sap for. We'll get the sap production started. That goes in there. Sure, I will get some more wood for this. For fuel. Cool. And add one more. Add a few more there. Looking fine. Okay. And then all of this. And all of that. And that will get me some Ignis. That will get me some Ignis. That is what we like to see. And with any luck, I'll have 4 in just a little bit. Cool. What do we want to get? Bonfires craft faster for 5 clay? Well, I've got all the clay literally right there, ready to rock and roll. That's brilliant. What did I need for the auto crafters? The auto crafters were the logs, I think. The self chopper, yeah. I need living wood. I don't know how to get living wood though. That's out of my range. Yeah, I guess I can get this beaver. Yeah, you know what? Actually, I'll take the beaver because the leaves we are pretty good for. They don't regenerate super quickly, but they regenerate fast enough. And another level of clay? Yeah, I mean, that's super cheap. The clay should already all be over here. There we go. And what's the final level? It's wheat. Well, I don't have wheat yet. But, oh yeah, now we are. Now we are gnawing this wood like an actual beaver. That is good. Okay, that's great. That is really, really nice. What else do I need? I need you to go in there, 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 you to go in there. And that's fine, I think. Yeah. That's looking pretty darn swell. So, we've got 5 Ignis. That's a 20% chance that 2 lumber is produced instead of 1 when hitting the chopping block. Who am I to say no? Who am I to say no? Auto-clicking the water well is 35% faster. Only 10 stone required to make that happen. I think we'll do it. Yeah. What do I want to spend my Ignis on? That's the real question. Increases the item capacity of crafters by 5. Maybe. Self-choppers are 30% faster. I'd like a self-chopper. Where do I get a self-chopper, though? Where do I get a self-chopper? Learn to slay slimes? Yeah, let's do this first, actually. I think the reason that we want to do that is that it might give me... Well, first of all, it's going to discover more stuff on the tech tree, which is something that is, you know, unquestionably good. But also, might allow me to get some new recipes in the wizard's house. Cool, throw that in there, nice. Throw that in there, beautiful, beautiful. That's not looking too shabby. And we throw 4 out of there, 5 in... I'll leave you there for now. That's fine. We literally just need 1 more Ignis. I know we still need 5 Ignis up here for the turnip thing, the turnip kingdom. I think that's going to give me more access to more different areas. I think that's what the Frog Lord said. Right. Pop that down there. Here. In there. Good. Okay, so... Now we can go and destroy you. That's rather sluggish. That is rather sluggish. What did we unlock? Sword is 50% stronger against slimes. Potentially. Slimes spawn quicker. And auto-clicking against creatures is 40% faster. But that is iron bars, and we are not there yet. I think we'll take the sap upgrade, to be honest. Sap is something that we can get relatively easily, so that's what we're going to do. And 5 of it is really not that difficult to come by. Sure, and in fact, that should be plenty. Go. Another one there. Perfect. And keep on making Ignis. Sure. There we go. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Still don't have anything to spend said slime on. Could spend it on sprint. That seems unnecessary. Increases clay generation speed. Increases sand generation speed. No. 5 rocks will generate naturally around the mining rock. Sure. Let's go and do that. Whilst we're waiting for stuff to happen. Oh, I can't cut these bushes. So only certain bushes are trimmable. Also, was there anything else? Oh, can I even... How do I don't even know. Can we not choose to buy something else? Oh, we can. There we go. The slime patch. Spawns pet slimes. I guess we'll get the brewing well. That's not something that we've previously had the luxury of being able to get. But before we do that, I just want to tidy up the bushes around here because there's only a limited number that can actually spawn. Same with the slimes. Probably want to go and grab a few more slime bits. There we go. Yeah, that's going to get old fast. I need to seriously improve my operations. Cool. Fine. There. Can't chop you. Nice. And throw that in there. Right. I need 15 stones. I think that'll do. Very nice. And we throw them into there. Excellent. Okay, so growing stones, I presume they will just... Let's have a look. Just grow around here. Aha! Perfect. Absolutely as expected. That's brilliant. Okay, good. Drop you there. And get this. I'm so glad that I got the capacity increase. It's very nice. Self-chopper. Can't do anything about that. Furnace. Can't do anything about that. Forbidden Forge. Can't do anything about that. Wheat Patch. Can't do anything about that either. So I don't have the ability to make Terra yet. But I think I might just get that at the brewing well. So we need 10 stones. I actually need... not very much. I need not very much. Also, let me real quick just go and grab a bit more woods. Yeah, go and grab a bit more wood. Throw it into there. So that we can always be making ash. And then we will have more goodies to throw into what I suspect is going to be the brewing well. Nice. Okay, those 5 rocks just being around there, that is going to be super handy. I do still need to remember to come and collect them from time to time. But it's just going to allow me to make much more progress, which I'm a big fan of. Aha! Okay, so what can we make here? We can make Terra, we can make Earth Solvent, we can make Living Wood, of which I need 1 in order to unlock the Self-Chopper. We can make Chaotic Materia, and we can make Magic Mulch. Fine, let's start with this. And in fact, we've got pretty much all of the goods needed to make said bit of kit. Yeah, that's quite nice, actually. And there we go. It's cooking. It is cooking. That is marvelous. What else? Sure. I guess we'll throw the Lumberjack Jack into the upgrade tech tree. Oh, I need to get more Ignis. Yeah, I need to get Ignis for this. I don't know what the next objective is going to be, but we might as well get the last Ignis started here. Sure. 10 into there. Oh! There we go. Living wood has been discovered. Phenomenal. Self-chopper. Let's get it unlocked. And can we build it now? We absolutely can. And I think we want to build... Oh, we can't build in the shadows. Very interesting. We can build a little bit in the shadows. But that's going to cost me 5 living wood. That's quite a significant amount of investment, but it will absolutely be worth it. So I need to get some leaves. I need to get 4 leaves, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, no, I need like 10 leaves. Right, well, I have expanded my brewing operation, trying to get a little bit more terra. I've got 2 blocks here. I've just got the lumberjack jack, which means that there is a slight chance that I get 2 logs, just happened there, as you can see, every time I hit this. However, Ent migration, a 5% chance that living wood is dropped from a chopping block when lumber is produced. That is amazing, because this stuff is an absolute nightmare to produce, pretty much by virtue of the fact that slimes just take a lot of effort and energy to actually destroy. So I think in order to get self-choppers, I'm just going to have to rely on the chance that I get very, very lucky and I see a living log drop. So far, not feeling great, but still, like, for a cost-benefit analysis... There we go. Cost-benefit analysis absolutely makes sense, I think, from my perspective, to be doing this instead. I don't know if the self-chopper... okay. Yeah, I don't know how it works with the self-chopper. I don't know if that can give me a chance of getting a living log, but this is still pretty good. This is still pretty good. Although, yeah, was kind of hoping that it would be a little bit more speedy than that. That being said, I'm okay with that. Right, so can we get... Oh, we can totally get the next level of Ent migration. Yeah, that's pretty darn good. What are we going for next? Increase the item capacity of crafters. Slime spawn 50% faster. Yeah. Yeah, don't hate that. Don't hate that at all. What is this up here? A 5% chance that mining anything will produce an extra terra. That's really good. Because we don't have terra at the moment. Yeah, I'm not sure. Also, did I unlock the ability to get bricks? No, I have not. Right, what do I want to do? First of all, I'll grab 3 of these. I'll put this into the self-chopper. I'll grab that, put that into the self-chopper. That's the terra. Slimes, yeah, I need to improve slimes. We need to improve slimes. This is just not working. It's not workable. Slime spawn 50% quicker. I guess I'll take it. Leaves are also similarly annoying because they are just, you know, around anywhere. There we go. Yeah, see, it's a pain. It's a challenge. There we go. That's good. That's good. Anytime I'm up there, I'm just gonna hope that we get what we're looking for. Right. Magic feeds. And back up here to Slimeville. Yeah, I don't like those slimes. We need to figure out a better way to deal with them. Also, probably want to get some sap. Oh, what's this? Each slime patch can spawn 1 more slime. 5 slime, 5 terra. Okay. Sword is 50% better. I think we'll take that. 5 earth solvent. Ooh, that's good too. That is really, really good. Pick that up. Get that in there. Immediately get this sorted. Summon forest wisps into the southern foggy woods. Okay, don't really know what that means. Also, let's get the remainder of the sap and the ash into here. I need only 2 more slime in order to make the correct amount of living logs. And to be fair, even that is hopefully gonna be, yeah, way more efficient now. Okay, that's great. So we're able to self-chop. That's gonna give me a little supply of wood. I don't think that wood is gonna be... Living log is also dropped from the chopping block. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna apply to the self-hitting logs. But that's okay. We're okay with that. We are okay with that. Right, learn to safely pull mandrakes out of the ground. We don't have thread yet. We don't have any way of getting threads. Bricks. I don't know how we're going to get bricks. Probably with the furnace. All self-choppers are 30% faster. We need 3 earth solvent. What is that? That's this. That requires 1 Terra. You know what? That's actually quite easy to make. In fact, yeah, it's very easy to make. That is literally all we need. Okay, I'll do it. In fact, you know what? Auto-clicking the water well is going to be 33% faster. I'll take that because I know that I've got the clay right there, so we can basically get ourselves a free upgrade. And then we will get this. Nice. Okay, so 5 logs. Seems like a lot, doesn't it? Just kidding. We're going to go up here and we're going to hit this thing until we get 5 logs. That is literally what I'm going to do. Well, that didn't take very long at all, and now we have got a ridiculous surplus of wood. In fact, it's pretty much made this entire process redundant, which I'm very happy about because slimes are annoying as heck. What do we got? Filtration system. All automatic generators are 25% faster. Okay. Don't know what an automatic generator is, but that's fine. 2 lumbers produced. Okay, so it's going to give me more lumber. I don't think I need more lumber right now. Drop and collect items from any containers faster when sprinting. Bushes grow faster in the meadows. Yeah, I'll maybe do that. 1, 2, 3. Pop that in there so we can get that sorted. Also, now that I've got functionally infinite wood, which I basically do have, I am going to make sure that we have got all of our bonfires constantly going. There is absolutely no reason not to have them at full. You're going to get changed over to Earth Solvent, I think, and then you're going to do Terra. Yeah. I think that's good. And we'll try and get you... We'll try and get everybody working as swiftly and as diligently as possible. Also, I hate to say it, this self-chopper, kind of redundant now. Given that I can make so much flippin' wood. It's a nice problem to have. It's a great problem to have, but I'm probably not going to build any more of them. Sure, 5 rock and 10 wood to make the bushes disappear slightly quicker. I would very much like that. And let's also go and spend that 5 Ignis that I've not yet spent. Good. Marvelous. Professional gardener. Bushes drop more leaves. Magic mulch. Oh yeah, we do have the recipe for that, don't we? But we don't have the goods for it. That's fine. No big deal. No big deal. You're still making that. That's good. Go and grab this. Let's plonk this up here. 5 Terra. That's pretty darned easy, actually. There we go. Increase that just to make it a little bit more. How are we doing here? Good, good, good. Good. And we need a little bit more water. I actually need to be super careful that I don't end up just bringing too much junk into this area because there's now so much wood in play. What a great problem to have, eh? What a marvelous problem to have. We've got too much stuff. Okay, 1 more of these. That's great. That's going to allow me to open up a new area. Perfect. Learn to safely pull mandrakes out of the ground. I want to do that. I want to do anything that gives me more... gives me access to more resources. Learn to pick iron ore out of the iron node. That's going to require bricks. But I think in order to get... in order to get bricks, I need sand. And I don't have sand. Sand could very well be... there we go. Sand could very well be in this area that I'm trying to unlock. Wherever that area is. There we go. Okay, let's go and see what's on the cards for us. You love to see it. Kind of anticipated that being the case. Hey, you startled me. What are you doing in my neck of the woods? It's the beaver! Pay notice to my sturdy tent. That's embarrassing for you. Damn. Haha, I get it. I get it. Well, time to build a new house, I guess. Say, let's make a deal. You give me the items to build a sturdy home, and I'll draft you some original blueprints. Don't mind if I do. Aha, look at that. That is our sand. That's perfect. Okay, so that's going to give me 5 sand from this sand patch here. Anything else around? No. But Pawn's shop requires lumber, bricks, which we are obviously now going to be able to do. There we go. We're able to build ourselves a furnace. And let's do... I guess over there? Sure. Drop a little bit more fuel. More fuel. And keep making that. So, you need quite a lot of stuff, actually. You need quite a lot of Ignis. That's fine. We're decently placed to deal with that. The wood component we can get sorted immediately. The terra component we can't sort immediately, but we're going to be able to quite soon. There we go. Let's go and get that on the go. And then let's also get some more clay from down here. Sure. Okay, that's going to give me loads. It's going to give me 6 coming out, which is plenty. 20 wood is required for pont. Can I just drop this off here? No, I can't. I'm going to have to just do a little good luck lumberjacking. Go and drop that over with you. Oh yeah, sand. Let's go and get some sand whilst we're out here. Nice. Again, sand's another one that I probably just need to pretty consistently check in on. Hey, look at that. We got it. Furnace is looking good. Also, need to make sure that I'm emptying that. So, we can make coal. We can make iron bars. We can make gears from iron and ignis. And we can make gold bars from gold and coal. We're going to be making bricks. That's fine. Fuel. Yeah, drop fuel. Drop fuel. Drop fuel and other bits. Nice. And let's do some sap as well. Whilst we are here. Okay, this is looking and feeling good. I need to get... The sand is going to be annoying. I need to upgrade my sand capacity. Let's go and see if I can try and do that. And actually now maybe the clay capacity as well. Sure. Okay, get that in there. So, sand I have seen. Brewing wells craft 50% faster. Yeah. We're okay without that, I think. Increases clay generation speed. 15 ash. 15 ash is quite a lot. I actually don't care about that. What I think I care about is the capacity of the clay fields. Yeah, let's go and do that. It's going to require some earth solvent, but that's fairly easy for us to do, I think. Also, the bricks. Bricks are a little bit of an annoyance, but it's fine. There we go. Because increasing the capacity will just mean whenever I do come back down here, which is fairly irregularly, to be honest, just means that I can have more waiting for me. Also, probably want to get the upgrade that allows us to expand our the number of rocks that we'll just generate outside of this boulder thing. That's really nice to do as well. Okay. Goods. 2 bits already. Marvelous. Okay. Nice. And then back over here for sand. So, Pont, you need bricks. Yeah, you need bricks, and you need stone. Well, what can I get you right now? Truthfully, not a whole load. Go. Cool. Yeah, probably need more ash than I do anything else, but it's okay. Little good luck choppy chop. Chop until we get a living log. There we go. We got it. Nice. Love to see it. Okay, pop this down here. Good, and... oh, fuel. Just ran out. Okay, we got 2 more bricks lined up. That's perfect. Let's go and see what Pont can offer, to be honest. Let's go and see what Pont can offer. Accordingly, we are going to get the goods required to build Pont's shop first, I think. I think that's the sensible thing to do anyway. I guess we'll find out if he's got any good blueprints for sale in just a second. Because by the time that I'm done with that, we should, there we go, have all of our bricks ready to go. Whoa! Look at that. He actually didn't change location. He just literally stood exactly still. Okay, we got an air distiller, a collection pylon, that's air and rock, and a cutter. Now, the collection pylon, we can actually make that, I think. And I think we can make that... No, we can't. We can make glass. Okay. Well, we'll deal with that a bit. We don't need to worry about that right now. Okay. Upgrade-wise, yes, I would like to get more of these. Cool. So the clay, that's a good thing to get done. I'm very happy that we're doing that. It's going to be done in... done in a little bit. Alright, so as soon as we get this bit of brick produced, we should be good to go. I think I'm also going to get another self-chopper. I know I said that they're kind of useless and a bit redundant right now, but why not? Why not? Let's get deepen reserves sorted. That's good. So that's going to allow me to store up to 15? 15. Yeah, 15 in clay. Increase sand generation speed. Yeah, I mean, sand generation speed is good, but what I really want is capacity. I'd love the ability to try and get wheat. Learn to pick iron ore out of the iron node in the far west. Okay. Increases the capacity of crafters. Air distillers generate 80% faster. Brewing wells craft 50% faster. I guess I'll get that. I think I've got the ability to get it done right now. I sure do. Nice. Also, what's back up here? Is there anything else? Oh yeah, there's more objectives over there. That's fine. Let's think about that. Throw all of this down over yonder. Throw all of that into there. Is this an overcomplicated process? Do we need to not worry about that? Oh, look at all this clay. We should have 15. We do indeed have 15. That is marvelous. That's going to make my life so much easier. Okay, so all of that goes in there. I need to get another upgrade. What do we got? Reduce magic market cooldown. Furnaces work 40% faster. Yeah, maybe. Increases clay generation speed. I don't care. I guess we'll get the sand survey because I'll need more sand. I'll need a lot of sand. And as much as I don't particularly care about generation speed, I do care about what it leads to. Increases sand field capacity. That's exactly what I care about. Yeah, so that's good. Let's get sap production back up on the go again. And yeah, basically everything that I'm aiming to do is going to mean that I can check everywhere less frequently and get more, proportionately more out of it. And that does seem to be what is happening so far, which is good. And you know what? My base is actually not super messy. For me, you know, don't get me wrong, it's not perfect. I'm sure you could probably do a better job at home. But it's not bad. It's not bad. Okay, increase sand generation speed. What do we got here? Learn to harvest wheat. That's planks and then an iron bar. That's actually quite sophisticated. What about those mandrakes? That's threads. Still don't have that ability. Okay. 10 lumber, 5 sap. I'll do it, actually. Yeah. I'll do it. Keep going, keep going. 10 lumber, 5 sap. Yeah, this is kind of getting a little bit out of hand, isn't it? But no matter. Managed to nab a few of the bits that I'm after, which is marvelous. Okay, that goes in there, that goes in there. Another self-chopper just on the go. It's going to allow me to keep everything fueled, which is kind of the main thing. Right, 5 sap. We should be good to go on that front. So I'll pick up a little bit of lumber. It's going to give me crafting storage, which will increase, I suspect, everything up there. But more importantly, it gives me access to new stuff. All crafting is 15% faster. That's a little bit of a ways away. Pylons can insert items into crafters. Yes, sign me up. The Forbidden Flame, what was that? That was Chaotic Materia, and then Chaotic Materia was... Oh, we're close. Okay, this is what we've got to do. So, Forbidden Flame, I need to do another one of these. Yeah, I need to do another one of these because this is super exciting. And you know what? I'm going to need to... You know what? Let's do it down here. Can I delete stuff, actually? I can do that. Move here. Okay, good. That's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to have two brand new facilities. There we go. 2 brand new facilities, and this is going to specifically be for the Forbidden Flame manufacturing process, because the ability to unlock pylons, I think, is going to be insanely useful. Don't quote me on that. I'm not basing that on any knowledge, other than the fact that if it allows me to sort of skip part of the process and automate some stuff, I would be very, very, very keen to see it happen. Right, do that there, that there. Yoink. This. It's good enough. Tend to the bonfire. Into there. Forbidden Flame. That's fine. And what do I need? I need clay. No worries. Thankfully, we've got a slightly larger clay stockpile now. Which, again, very satisfying. Cool. Right, so... Chaotic Materia. I need this thing. I need this thing and... Living Cauldron Wheat Patch? No. Forbidden Forge? Crafts forbidden items? No, I don't want to craft forbidden items. The Collector Pylon. The Air Distiller automatically generates air over time. Okay, so that's what I need. I need 5 glass. Glass I do have the capability to make. It's in the furnace. It's sand and sap. Right, we'll get that back in immediately. Get that back in. Immediately get some more water so that we can continue. There we go. Can continue that. And then go and grab a little bit more sand, of which there should now be 10 bits waiting for us. Excellent. Okay, we've got the 5 bricks. Let's immediately throw that into Pont's shop over there. And then let's get... What do I need? I need a tiny little bit more sand, actually. 3, 4 is perfect, I think. There we go. And we'll take you. Drop you there. Take you. Continue to drop you into there. And drop you into there as well. Nice. Okay, so when we've got this glass, we should be able to get the air distiller. I need 3 slimes, if I'm not mistaken. I have not improved my slime production process at all. And you know what? I'm kind of not that bothered. I need 3 of basically everything. I need, yeah, more of this, more of this. That's underway. I need 3 of everything in order to make whatever the air distiller is. I need 3 flames for the, for this. Right, there's my 5 glass. Let's go and see what this thing costs to make, shall we? The air distiller. It's going to cost me 10 glass and 10 bricks. Whoa. It's quite pricey. That's quite pricey. 10 leaves. Well, you know, the 10 leaves we can do immediately. The glass is slightly more problematic. It'll be worth it, though. It'll be worth it. What was I going to do with this? I was going to throw that into there. Cool. Take this out of there. That into there. That into there. Okay, so the sap we're going to leave. The sand we're going to go and get. The bricks. It's fine. None of it is complicated. It's just going to take a little bit of time. Does make me think... Is there perhaps an upgrade that I could maybe get before we get this? Pylons can insert items into crafters. Maybe I also need to unlock the pylons. I don't know what a pylon is actually. Can we unlock a blueprint for a pylon? Collector pylon? I think it's this. Well, either way, we're working towards this anyway, I suppose. With our air. Fine. Give me a little bit more of this. Cool. And then what can we get? Air distillers generate faster. Self-choppers chop faster. Stone blocks. Auto-clicking the water well. We don't have the ability to do that yet. Slimes drop double. That's nice, but not super important. Auto-clicking them stone is faster. That's only 3 Ignis. I'll do it. Iron ore we have not yet discovered. Mandrakes we can't do anything with. We don't have air yet. We don't have any of that stuff. Mithril, obsidian. Increase clay generation speeds. Meh. 5 more things in your hands. 50% faster when sprinting. Yeah, I guess I can maybe save up and do that. Seems kind of ridiculous, but that's okay. There's got to be a better upgrade for me. There's got to be a better upgrade. Maybe chopping blocks is quicker. I mean, it's really cheap, so there we go. We did it. 20 lumber and 3 slime. I think I can actually get that together quite easily. Tell you what I will do, if we're waiting for other stuff to happen. I will get an upgrade that allows me to kill slimes faster. Because this is not good. Let's go and get sand, by the way. Always need to have this furnace process on the go. That is the real limiting factor for me right now. It is this facility right here. And we need 10 glass, so we're going to need more sand. We're going to need more sap. Yeah, let's just get this all up and running. And then occasionally, whenever I have the opportunity, I will head on up and I will kill a slime. And we have achieved level 5 of, level 4 of optimal chop. That's fine. Okay, slime-wise, what are we thinking? Each slime patch can spawn 1 more slime. Yeah, let's do that maybe. Still more sand. Man, oh man, oh man, we need a lot of sand. We need a lot of sand. So 5 Terra, if I'm not mistaken. There we go. 5 Terra. And 5 slime. That's fine. I'm going to start putting this up here for the next stage. I know we need 5 Terra. I do know, but kind of not that bothered about Terra instead. I'd much rather have just a bit of a backup for clay. What was I doing with slime? Oh yeah, you need to go in there. Anything else for anybody else here? 6. Come on, pop this one last bit out, please. There we go. Then we change over to bricks. You go in there. You go in there. And you go in there. Nice. Okay, so that just means that we should have a little bit of a head start on... There we go. Should have a little bit of a head start on bricks. Now, do you have anything else that I want? A slime patch. Maybe I need... Maybe this is what I need. It's going to cost me 5 earth solvent. Maybe this is what I need. Maybe I'll start the process of getting that unlocked. I think I'm still going to proceed with the upgrades first. Yeah, I'm going to get the Slime Rancher upgrade before we proceed with anything else. Go, goods. Throw that in there. So it's going to get me 5, which should be enough. And then all I need to do is take care of the slimes. Occasionally, annoying though it may be, I can also do a little bit of this. A little bit of this so that we can keep our... There we go. So that we can keep our sap production going, because I think we will need it. We will definitely need it. Sure, just put them over there for now. And keep loading all of this in. Quick little jaunt across to pick up all of the sand, because that is probably fully recharged. And that goes in there. Cool. Nice. Also, take these out whilst we are here. Throw them into ash. Throw them into that. There we go. Nice. Very, very happy with that. That is looking good. 3 more slimes. 2 more after we get this one done. And that's looking good. And then, yeah, I need 3 more for the wizard shop. So, ugh. Slimes, I'm telling you, they are the bane of my existence. They really are. Also, need about 1 million more clay for these bricks. I really want to see pylons. I want to see air. I want to see all of this stuff. I've been told, apparently, the automation in this game does ramp up, which I'm very much here for. Might not surprise you to learn I am a bit of a fan of automation. So, yeah, looking forward to seeing how that ends up working out. 2 more slimes. Yeah, 2 more slimes. 1. Let's wait for it to spawn. To be fair, I've not actually ever waited long enough to see it spawn. Doesn't take that long, does it? Maybe I was just complaining. Maybe I was complaining a little bit harshly. Either way, we can now deal with more slimes. Amazing. Earth solvent. Meh. Slimes drop double the amount of slime when killed. You know what? I will take that. And the only reason that I'll take that, because it is so darn easy for us to produce lumber right now. Also fairly easy for us to produce earth solvent. So, yeah, let's do it. Cool. Cool. And a little bit more water. And we should be golden. We should be golden. Nice. Okay, how's my brick production going? Not bad. We're 60% of the way there. We got 4 more in the pipeline, so I think we will have the perfect amount of bricks coming, which is good. You've got 1, 2, 3, and then we need 1, 2 more, of which we're going to need a little bit more clay. Yep. 1, 2, 3. Just take the whole load. That's fine. And whilst we're over here, I'll go and get some more sand. See, if I could automate all of this, oh, how delicious would that be? It would be very delicious. That's a rhetorical question. Okay, good. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, slime handler. We're about to get that. We're about to get that sorted. And oh yeah. Okay, this feels good. I think even just 2 feels really, really good, because we can have, you know, basically a slime killing train that is existing in perpetuity. That's really nice. I feel like that's great. Okay, what else? Increases fuel capacity by 1. I will do that again because I have got so much flippin' wood up here that I'm not really doing anything with. And we've got all of the clay that we could possibly want, which is recharging at a perfectly good rate. Nice. And drop some more fuel in there. We need 1 more brick. And now, of course, we can go up to 4 fuel. Not really that worthwhile, I suppose, but it's decent enough. I will go and get the slime patch. Very nice. The chest. I guess we can get the chest, since it costs a tiny fraction of the massive stockpile of wood that I've got. The slime patch costs what to build? 5 slime and 5 earth solvent. I will build it, I suppose. Yeah, I'll do it. Also, can I get the upgrade that allows me to improve rock auto-clicking? Clicks on the mining stone are 45% stronger. Okay. I can only get the clicks. I can't get the auto-clicks. It's fine. There we go. Alrighty, bricks are good. Air distiller is ready to rock and roll. It needs fuel. It needs regular fuel. Let's make it happen. It's slow. Okay, that's actually completely expected. We knew that it would be slow because... we we saw in the tech tree that there was an option to speed it up. So of course it's slow. There we go. There's our first one. Air has been discovered. Let's start the process of getting it going over here. So I need 1, 2, 3 of these. That's 4, but whatever. It doesn't really matter. There we go. Good. Keep cooking. And let's get... Yeah, let's get a few more ignis just to help us along. A little bit more clay. And that's looking good. Yeah, so what does Pont need? Pont needs 3 of the Aether stuff. I don't know. I don't know. I also think that I'm probably going to need to get another furnace. One furnace is pretty darn slow, and I think we're going to need to speed that up. Let's go and get this. There we go. Go and get that sorted. 5 ash, 10 clay. I mean, I'll just do it now. Why the heck not? Maybe we need to improve clay generation speed. To be fair, it's not been that long since I was here last time. Sure, I'll improve clay generation speed. To be fair, everything that I can improve is all very doable. None of it is crazy difficult. Go, nice. Sap. Yep. Good. Good, good, good. Okay, 5 lumber. And that is now going to go in here. That is now going to go in here. Again, this feels like a slightly wasteful thing to do. Oh, yeah. But now we're able to get loads more slime. And with any luck, we're going to be able to farm... Yeah, we're going to be able to farm slime way easier over here. Okay, well that brings living logs back into contention, honestly. Because it's now even easier to make them. That's good. That is good. Okay. Right. What do we need here? Nothing else there. Loads of terra. Yep. 5 of that. It's good. And 4 aether. Yeah, let's go and get the collector pylon dealt with, and then let's see how we build it. Collector pylon is 15 air and 15 rock. Oh boy. Okay, well, that is a problem. So, how do we speed up air collection? Pylons can insert. Good. What's this? Using any type of coal as fuel increases crafting speed. Yeah, that's nice. Civil engineering. Increase the effective range of all range-based buildings by 30%. Increase the transfer speed of all pylons. Okay, that's probably going to be pretty slow, I guess. It's a bit of a problem. Bit of a problem. All air distillers generate 80% faster. Again, we wish that we could do something with that, but alas, we cannot. Bushes growing faster. Drop and collect items from any containers 100% faster. Yeah, it's not great. Increase sand generation speeds. Yeah, I don't see anything that I love. I don't see anything that I love here at all. Well, I guess we just press on with the pylons can insert items thing. Yeah, let's just try and do that. We'll also just try and maintain, I guess, our current trajectory of improving as much as we possibly can. So we will get another furnace, which is already pretty much there, actually. There we go. We will get a collector pylon. This is going to be quite expensive, isn't it? Tell you what, let's do a collector pylon around here. Sure, collector pylon around here, because it's going to be super easy for us to build it. Every time I come down here, I'll just do that. We've got the ability to get a chest. I'm assuming that I'm going to be able to output to a chest. I don't know if that's going to be the case. As in, after we get this magic hand upgrade. Not sure about that. The chaotic, whatever it's called, that's fine too. I'm going to need so many bits. So many bits of everything. 1, 2, 3. Good. Nice. Oh, yeah, I can also make coal. I've not yet made coal. Let's think about that. Actually, that could be quite useful and interesting. You're making bricks. Let's make glass over here then. I don't really think that I've got the level of sand production to sustain glass as well. But we'll try. We'll try. Well, that's everything kind of working at the moment. That's coal. Yeah, I mean, I think the collectors are going to be most useful in areas where we have, like, super rare resources. So sand, for example, a sand collector would be really, really good. If we could get one of those, that'd be great. There we go. This is going to get me the Forbidden Flame, one of 3 that we need. I'm going to need 4, so that should be fine. We need... What do I need? Rocks. Yeah. Let's just get the... Let's get this thing sorted, right? Let's do it. Also, I think I'm going to need some more air production. I'm kind of coming to that conclusion that we're just not going to be able to manage with our current level of air. Also, that range upgrade, that would be kind of sick if I could get that as well. There we go. That's the Forbidden Flame. We can get the Forbidden Forge. That was one of the upgrades that was available to us in the store. Gonna need to just throw everything in there. That's fine. It's good. And air. What did I say that we needed? 15 over here. That's not too shabby. We're getting close to that, actually. Nice. And then you go in there. You go in there. Very, very nice. Okay, I need a lot of water. I have needed a lot of water for quite a while now. And I have been doing absolutely diddly squat to resolve that. So, let's go and see what we can do. First on the water agenda is to make sure that we are running all of our production facilities with it. And then the second on the water agenda is to get the research for the magic hand done. Does that look like 20? Looks like 20 to me. Just a shade over 20. Marvelous. And then Terra, I need... Yeah, I think that's enough, actually. I think that's enough to make everything work here. I've got 2 more and then 2 more on the way. So that should be good. Bricks, sand. Yep, it is always going to be sand that we're going to have a limiting factor of. Sand is always going to be our limiting factor, unfortunately. At least for a little while. There's pretty much nothing that we can do to avoid that. Yeah, I need another one of these air dispensers for sure. I mean, we are struggling to build one pylon collector, to be honest. And we kind of need more. There we go. That's 2, and that's going to be it. That is going to allow me to get... That's going to allow me to get what I think is probably going to be a pretty critical upgrade. A bin to throw out items. Yeah, nah. A transfer pylon magically transfers items to a chest. To a chest or pylon. Yes, that's amazing. An extractor pylon extracts and transfers items. Amazing. I will get this. I will get this. And we need more chaotic materia. But we're not far away from that. Oh, I can see a future. We're so close to a future where this entire process is automated. I mean, don't get me wrong. I need, like, a lot of extractors. I need a lot of extractor pylons. But we are kind of close. Even we're close here. Let's do another... What's it called? Yeah, air distiller. Let's put that down. Sure, that'll do. We will get some more bricks, some more sand first. Some more sand first to keep the glass production going. Because we need 10 glass and 10 sand. 10 sand and 10 bricks. 10 glass and 10 bricks. It's fine. And then let's go and get this down here. So yeah, we need another collector pylon. And let's, you know what, let's zone that here right now. I want to at least start planning where they're going to go. Yep, that goes in there. Good. Nice. Drop fuel. And then that can just go right over there for now. Cool. Okay, so that's going to be my third... It's going to be my third thing. The transfer pylon. Magically transfers items to a chest or pylon. And then the magic hand. Pylons can insert items into crafters. That is going to be so critical. So unbelievably critical for us. I think that's going to be brilliant, to be honest. It's going to be really good. So we get that in there. That's fine. A little bit more sand. Oh, yeah. And also, whilst I am over here, and there is a little bit of sand replenishing, we will just get ourselves a collector pylon. Honestly, as long as we get like half of this, as long as we get half of this sort of stuff zoned, I'm actually kind of confident that we can just get the other half sorted in a bit. Increases the transfer speed of all pylons. Yeah, not bad. Increases transfer pylon range. This is going to be good. Civil engineering is going to be good. Furnaces work 40% faster. You know what? Yeah, I would like that, actually. That's fine. And I'm going to get coal, because coal is easy for me to build. So let's do it. Yeah, let's do it. And in the meantime... There we go. Throw that into there. That's cool. Throw a bit of glass into there. And we'll leave the sap just over here for now. Yeah, so an extractor pylon on the well would be swell. That's what it would be. It would be really, really swell. Go and grab this. I cannot believe how much excess wood I've got. It's crazy. It's a lot of wood. It's a lot of wood. More fuel. Drop more fuel. Yeah. With pleasure. It's a great problem to have. Right. Is that 10 bricks? That is actually more than 10 bricks. So that's good. We need a few more bits of coal. And I will also go and get some leaves whilst we are waiting for the blast furnace upgrade to complete. What did I need? Like 10 of these things, I think it was. I think we've already got one in the furnace, so... Or one in the, There we go. One in the air distiller. That's perfect. Cool. And then let's swap you back to glass. There we go. Nice. And... Get that upgraded. Furnaces are now going to be faster, which is superb. That goes in there. Keep it coming. And then... We go here. Okay, you know what? I think we're ready. I think we're ready to build... I think we're ready to build our first pylon. Nice. Look at that. Oh, you can link your collector pylon to a chest or another pylon. Press T to enable pylon mode. Okay. While in this mode, you can link a symbol in the collector to assign it to an output container within its range. Amazing. Okay, so I'm going to guess that that's within the range. I don't know. Let's go and see. Let's get this glass done, by the way, so that I can immediately start operating. This is sick. Pylons can get complicated. If you want to see my pylon manual, press the top left question mark. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that greatly. Let's not look at that. Let's not look at that ever again. I just don't care. There we go. Good. And I need more. I need more of everything. More of everything. There we go. Good. The good news is, I think we've made a really, 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 really great decision to start with this. There we go. Okay, good. And that, would you look at that? It works perfectly. Okay, can I move? Move and destroy. I need two. I need two here, basically. This is, yeah, this is not ideal, is it? Yeah, I definitely need two. I need more. This is not great, and it's not going to be great until we can get... where is it? Until we can get the... Yeah, until we can get civil engineering. Okay. Well, that's just what we have to deal with, I suppose. Increased transfer range. Nah, don't care. What do we unlock, by the way? Cutters. Forbidden forages work 80% faster now. Okay, well, either way, this is still really, really big for us. I'm going to build another collector pylon here. Do you know what? I think I'm actually going to build two. Yeah, let's build two. Let's go into move and destroy. Let's move you over to here. And then let's do another build and another collector pylon. This might seem like overkill. It kind of is overkill, right? I get it. It kind of is. But it means that I'm going to be capturing literally every single bit of stone, and we are going to need as much stone as we can possibly muster if we want to automate everything, which I absolutely do. Can we do this to here? We absolutely can. It's good, 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 good. Do a little bit more of this. There we go. That's what we like to see. And you know what? This is already looking fantastic. This is already looking brilliant. What was that upgrade that allowed me to get more air? Reduce markets, brewing wells, craft faster. When a bonfire consumes lumber, 5% chance to produce coal. Heck yeah, I'll take that. That's basically free. And then throw this into there. This into there. Yeah, sure. That's a great deal, actually. It's really, really good. Oh, boy. I am ready. I am so ready for this to all just work. Oh, it's going to be so sick. And then we have to sort out this area here, which I don't think is going to be problematic, because I've kind of left, like, a lot of space for a whole bunch of different... things that we can throw in as and when we need. Okay, good. Is there another upgrade that I want to get? Yeah, let's check out Pont's shop. You can get a transfer pylon. Oh yeah, that was pretty easy for us to make, wasn't it? It was just one of these. Throw that in there. Throw that in there. And... sure. Okay. Byproduct. Nice. So that's here. A bonfire consumes lumber, a 5% chance it produces coal. That's literally just free money. Literally just free money. Okay, drop fuel. Yes, I will go and drop fuel. I will go and drop fuel in here, because it's very important that we have this always, always, always working. Right, that goes in there. That into there. Amazing. And then this into here. It's so close. It's so close to working perfectly. Oh, it's glorious. It's so glorious. Okay. This is looking good. I'm gonna need to get another air distiller, I think. Yeah, if I can afford it, which I kind of can. Kind of there. This is looking a little bit messy, to be honest. Looking a little bit messy there, video game. But we can almost fix this. Yeah, drop everything off there. Drop that off there. Nice. Drop those off in there. Drop those off in there. Cool, cool, cool. Drop that off in there. Whoops. Pick up. Put down. Yeah, we're almost ready to make this all happen. It's going to be good. Okay, so after we get done with that, I think we're going to get another collector pylon up here. And to be honest, I think I'm going to want to get 2 collector pylons here. Yeah, I think I am. I think we're going to need them. That's okay, though. We're future-proofing. We are future-proofing. What's the issue here? Oh, yeah, we literally need more sand. Oh, look at that. You just produced coal, and you're not even a bonfire. Okay, so I guess it's literally anything that consumes coal. We have got a chance... anything that consumes logs has got a chance of producing coal. That's nice. It does kind of complicate things a little bit. Don't get me wrong. Things could get very, very messy very, very quickly. But, I don't really care. Right. There we go. There we go. Okay. Brilliant. I think... Yeah, you are just painstakingly out of reach. There we go, but that's good enough. I don't know if this is going to capture everything, but it's going to capture, like, most things. Either way, that is phenomenal. That is going to give me a good amount of confidence that everything is going to get taken care of. Right. Go across here. No, don't pick those up yet. Drop off this. Drop off that. Pick up this. Oh, I love this. 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 This is brilliant. Okay, throw that all into there. Next thing that we're going to go after is the sand for sure. But after we get done with the sand, it is going to be the clay. So why don't I go away, get some stuff done. I'm going to finish this off, which means I need to collect a few more bushes, a few more leaves. But I'll be back with you when we have got an absolute abundance of pylons that are going to be collecting literally all of my resources. I cannot wait for that moment. Yeah, this is not perfect, far from it, but at the end of the day, it's not bad. We're limited by the extraction speed, or I guess the growth speed, rather than anything else. So, yeah, we've now got clay harvesting, we've got stone harvesting, and we also have sand harvesting. Again, not perfect, but pretty darn good, and there's 57 sand literally just chilling there, which is amazing and really, really cool. And now we are going to automate this, and with any joy, we're going to get the transfer pylon unlocked right now. Beautiful. And then we're going to have a little look at what it costs to build that. Okay, magically transfers items to a chest or pylon. Fine. Fine. What the heck is the size? Magically transfers items to a chest or pylon. So what I think we need to be doing, right, is that we need to be doing this. This is quite cheap, actually. These are really cheap. As long as I can pump out a few more... Oh, I need to make sure everything is fueled. As long as we can pump out a few more... Oh, yeah, I've also started using, like, coal as a fuel source, which kind of just makes sense, to be honest, because we're now actually producing it, as opposed to, you know, like, not producing it. There we go. Good. That in there. Nice. Anyway, yeah, I think we want to be transferring sand all the way back to here. I need to figure out exactly how the pylons can insert items into crafters. I presume that's just, like, every single type of crafter. Rock. Oh, yeah, I was going to make this. Make a few more of these. We can make 3 of them. That's fine. So that's going to get me 3 pylons. That actually should be plenty. And then 2 glass. Yeah, that's enough for all of this. So then we do this. So that's a little bit far away. That's cool. Just checking, just checking. Okay, so it, like, highlights and shows... Huh. Okay, how does that work? Can I drag... Can I drag them out? And then how far can I place them? There we go. Let's have a look. Okay, that is too far. That is too far. That's fine. Obviously, it will change. There we go. Good. Right. Okay, I think we're going to have to put this into... I don't think we can output from a chest. Unless the chest has just got, like, a ridiculously small AoE. Okay, let's try this. Yeah, don't think so. I think it needs to go into here. We can output into a chest, but we can't. But we have to Okay, that's fine. I don't want to destroy you. Instead, I'm just going to build a pylon in the middle here. Yeah. Okay, that's actually kind of annoying, to be honest. But needs must, I suppose. Right, build that over there. Yeah, get everything that we could possibly need. The good news is that they're actually really cheap. Make sure that we are constantly... There we go, constantly having a bit more fuel. Oops. Constantly be fueling. And there, nice. And then we're going to go pylon setup to there. No, come on. There we go, okay. And then I'm going to need to move you down a little bit. But man, this is just... I don't want to destroy it because I think that it's going to, like, ruin all of the resources that I've stored up. Okay, so that's fine. Then let's do move all the way out to here. Great, let's move you all the way out to here. This is going to be annoying. This is going to be annoying just based on how many we're going to have to put down. To be fair, though, we're most of the way there. Fine. 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 And now this is where things are going to start to get a little spicy. I think we're going to have to do a little move on you. Okay, good. And then what's the issue here? That should be fine, actually. That should be fine. And then another transfer pylon. I think it's going to be these that we're going to have to move. It's fine. Let's move you down a little bit. We can always replace them in just a sec. Okay. Is it the fact that there is, like, stuff on the ground? Is that it? If that is it, then it totally was. Yeah, the good news is that we can reach all of these things, though. Okay, so then move and destroy. Bring you back up here. Yep. Back up there. Okay, that's a lot. That's a lot that I've just thrown into the mix there. And to be fair, I can build probably none of them, to be fair. Not with the stuff that I have on me right now. But I can build a lot of them. There we go. Let's go and do the glass components for everyone. Go. 3, 4. Cool. And then let's see if I drop this stuff all down here. It's just a load of junk right now, but that's fine. Let's see if I can manage to get a little bit more Ignis, a little bit more sap, so that we can get some more of these magic materials or whatever they're called. What do I need? I needed more of that. And I needed a few more bits and bobs. Yeah, good. 3. Fine. Ignis. Yeah, let's get you started pretty much immediately. So, then that just leaves rocks, which are super easy to deal with. I'm going to have to get rid of that chest at some point later on. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. So, are you able to just do stuff automatically? I mean, I didn't even know how this is going to work. Are we able to get... I mean, does anything need to go from output to input? To be fair, we can get output... We can't directly put any outputs, but we can put as an input. Interesting. Okay, so if I build, for example, a collector pylon over here, which I can build right now. Yep. Let's just hypothetically deal with this. Okay, and then that goes into there. And then that goes into there. That will allow me to automatically sort out different things. Okay, cool. Ash. Set that as an output. Okay, can you... The transfer pylon... The transfer pylon can only do one output. Well, that's a bummer. That's really not good. Is there any other way that we can improve that? Increase transfer pylon range. Can it only do one? Maybe there's another bit of kit. I mean, if that feels so bad if that's the case. Filter pylon. A fork pylon. Yeah, splits items between multiple containers. I think that's what we need. A basket pylon, a chest pylon, cutter, a spinning wheel, a fork pylon. Splits items between multiple containers. Maybe? Magically transfers to a chest or pylon. Chest pylon. Collects outputs from a crafter. That's good too. A fueler pylon inserts fuel into crafters. There's a lot of stuff. I just feel like this... I'm not using this as it should be intended. Do you know what? You know what? Let's not sweat the small stuff. Here's what we're going to do. We're just going to get... yeah, that's actually almost enough. Cool. We're just going to get the goods to move the sand across. I will also unlock the fork pylon, because that might just allow me to do what I want to do, like, on the cheap. So, let's go and do that. It's going to cost me 3 Terra, which I do not have. But you know what I do have? I should have. I have 99 clay. Wow. Okay, so there's a route. Do you know what? Do you know what? I could just... Yeah, I could just get a, I could just get another one of these, or I could just move it down to this corner of the map. And then just leave it here. That's honestly not a terrible idea. Right, well, the good news is we've got sand coming in, and that is something that we are going to be able to deal with. You are going to come with me. You're going to go into there. You're going to go into there. You're going to go into there. Nice. So for the Aether stuff, I'm going to move you down here a little bit. That's fine. We're going to build a transfer pylon in here. Sure, give that that. Give that that. Anything that is, like, easy for us to do with, like, one thing. Actually, it needs to be... I can't extract from here. I can't extract from there. That's a problem. Well, that's a bummer. Okay, ignore me then, video game. That's fine. Cool. And the sap. Yeah, give me an extractor pylon any day of the week so that I don't have to worry about this water. That is annoying. That is really annoying. What do I actually need for an extractor pylon? 1, 2, 3. Let's go and check it out whilst we... Or as soon as we finish up with that. We need a little bit of Ignis. Yeah, so I need a... Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So that'll do it. So we take that out of there. Where'd all the Ignis go? I had Ignis in here. I had 15 Ignis in there. That seems broken. That seems really broken. I'm going to destroy that so that I don't end up having that happen again, because that was a really large amount of Ignis that just disappeared into the ether that I would really like to not see happen again. Yeah. That's not super hot. We also can't filter at the moment. We do not have the filtration capability. Let's get this unlocked. So get the fork pylon. The extractor pylon is literally... it's got stone blocks. The cutter requires iron bars. The spinning wheel requires gears. The fueler pylon is obsidian and other stuff. Okay, there's a few things. There's a few things that we need to improve for sure. First things first, let's get that in there. Let's get a few more of these. Let's get that in there. I need more Ignis, and I've got a massive Ignis deficit right now. because 15 of it just disappeared. Not super hot. There we go. Good. Just get rid of all of this stuff. Get it all hanging out. We're fine. We're fine to just leave it up and around here. There we go. Good. More water. Yes, always need more water, apparently, for all of these things. Fine. That in there. You know what I would like to do? I am going to move this. I'm going to move this down here. I'm going to move that down there. And then we're going to get a transfer pylon. A series of transfer pylons, actually. Yeah. Series of transfer pylons. Can I... I'd like to be able to hold shift to build so that I don't have to go into the menu and do this every time. There we go. Good. So that's going to be a lot of transfer pylons. But you can start to see what I'm keen to do. You know what? We'll just supply to 1. That's fine. Okay, this is probably going to be okay. Yep. And... Yep. Okay. Great. I mean, if we can make that work, that will be remarkable. There we go. Good. Nice. Yeah, I think there will be some teething issues with this system. Why do I suspect that? Well, just because I've got 2 eyeballs, and I can see that that's going to be a bit of a challenge. Okay, good. Let's get 5 of those things. I need 2 in order to complete this line here, which I know is kind of crazy because I've not really been focused on it, but that's fine. So that goes into there. That goes into there. 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 Oh, we need to get a fork pylon here, don't we? Yeah. Fork pylon here. Actually, here. It needs to go right in here. Yeah, sorry. Disconnect that. And move to there. Build fork pylon there. Means we need 2 of these bits. And the Terra, which of course I'm not actually manufacturing at the moment because I've moved it away to a silly area. But it's going to be glorious. It's going to be glorious in time. Just give it time. So if we are able to like fork some of the key stuff in like key locations, that's probably going to be good enough. This needs to go into there. Yeah, but I mean, at least we can get sand. Sand... Yeah, dealing with sand seems like a good thing to do. It seems like at least a decent idea. I think. Fine. Water. No, don't worry about water over there. That's fine. Okay, throw all this into there. Cool. Vibes. Great vibes. Great vibes. In fact, hugely good vibes. We love what's happening here. Let's go fork pylon in there. Nice. And then we bring you back down. So that goes into there. And then that goes into there like so. Then this goes into there like that. Or it will be like that. There we go. And that's... It's not working because it is not within range. It's fine. How about that there? Looking good to me. And then this is going to go up here. So... yeah, like, that's fine. So we actually need, like, a lot more fork pylons. We need a lot of fork pylons, in fact. Move you up there and build another fork pylon. Yeah, so basically this entire area should probably have fork pylons. Oh, come on. Do we not have enough of this stuff? It's fine. So for areas that just require one... For areas that just require one input, it's better to have just a single one. For everywhere else, fork pylons are probably going to be the default, I think. So the transfers are really sort of like for long range. Collectors are for these areas. Like, that's working perfectly. A chest pylon should go in there, I think. Yeah. And then it's really, how on earth do we do all the sort of like resupply? How do we do the resupply of all of these buildings over here? Is that going to be done with a specific pylon, or do I need to like space things out and filter pylon, the extractor pylon, the mining engine basket? Yeah, I'm not sure. The fueler pylon, that obviously makes sense. I am not sure. Fork pylon, yeah, we need... There we go. It's looking gravy, baby. And then we go this into there, and I guess we don't really have anywhere else for sand to go. But you know what? Who really cares? Because that's maxed us out. That's absolutely maxed us out where we need to be, right? Which I think is perfect. It's really, really good. And yeah, we've got sand at every single part of this process. Hey, look, at least we've automated part of it. Even if we haven't automated it all, it is at least partially automated. Right, I have been faffing around for too long. We should probably do some of the research tech tree a little bit, actually. And in fact, we've got loads and loads of goodies that are ready to go. There we go. So, staunch swing. Where did that say it was? Was it west? Aha. That is iron. That is an iron node. It is slow, but that is iron. Okay, nice. Nice. Slightly faster. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we can make iron in a furnace, if I'm not mistaken. I will probably get another furnace, actually. They're a bit expensive. They are a bit expensive, but the good news is that I can automate this now. So that's kind of cool. There we go. Good. Good. 5 Terra, 5 Ignis. Yeah, what I need to do is get... I need to get this sorted. I need to get this area sorted. This is just, like, not good enough, to be honest. Can we output... We can't output from there. We can get a collector. No, a collector can't draw from... Collector can't draw from here either. We need to get an extractor. That is important to get the water sorted. Let's go extractor. What was it actually? What did it cost to build? Hold on. Extractor costs stone blocks, so it's not even worth it. Okay, it's fine though. It's fine. I don't know how we're gonna get more water. I mean, is there... Clicks on the iron nodes are 40% stronger. Learn to harvest prima material from primordial cubes. All pickaxes are 20% stronger. That's eternal coal. Okay. Well, that's nice. Planks. I would love to get some more planks. Drop and collect items from any containers 100% faster when sprinting. Yeah, a nice curiosity, but not super essential. So we really just need... We really need a lot of this stuff, to be honest. We need a lot of Ignis, and we need a lot of sap, and we need a lot of everything. Well, 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 some exciting developments. I have set up a transfer route all the way to here, and then I've also moved the earth solvent manufacturing facility down, and I think I've got enough... There we go, enough of these component things, what are they called? Rogue material or chaotic material, whatever it is. Anyway, you are going to go to here now. You are going to go to there. You are going to go to there. You are going to go to there. And you are going to go to there with just a little bit of stone. Something that I will say is that I have noticed that things are getting quite choppy here, which is a little bit concerning. But that's all right. We'll make it work. How's this all working out? Let's get this all into there. Nice. I don't know how many components can be stored. Not that many, but that's fine. So that's all getting moved towards the correct direction. So that's now going to be automatically happening. What I really need to get, honestly, more than anything else, is an extractor so that we can deal with the water. I think just making sure that we have... There we go. Making sure that we have a couple of... Gear crafter. Oh yeah, I should check. Do you need anything? The Forbidden Forge? The bin... The Wheat Patch... No. Living Cauldron? No. Yeah, we should maybe make some progress with that. We've got a decent amount of chaotic material here. Is that what it's called? Yeah, chaotic materia. But how do we build a extractor? An extractor pylon extracts items from nearby automatic item generators. We need a stone block. And we currently do not have a stone block. But that's okay. We will try and figure out how to get one. We're only at 23% unlocked. Holy cow. Cutters work faster. Yeah, where was the stone block? Learn to harvest wheat. We need planks, iron bars. We have got the iron ore. What was the other thing that we needed to get? Increases transfer speeds. Yeah, I mean, we could do that. We could do that right now, but I don't think that that's really necessary. Reduce magic market cooldowns when a bonfire consumes stuff. Yeah, we've already got that. Crystals will grow in the eastern woods. No, don't have the goods for that yet. Learn how to harvest wheats. Iron plates. Yeah, sure. I'll grab these because we have got the ability to get... We've got the ability to get the Storage Wizard, so let's do it. There we go. And then five of these bits and bobs that are just lying around. Great, get that all sorted. That unlocks something new. All click actions are stronger. 10 rock. I mean, yes, that's great. The Ignis is a little bit more of a pain in the backside, again, because we just need to chain all of the sap together. This is going to be super easy to chain together once we get ourselves this extractor pylon. We are going to be absolutely off to the races. It's going to be super, super easy for us to get everything done. Also, I now transfer things super quickly, which is really nice. I like that a lot. So we still need to supply this area with... a whole bunch of manually supplied clay. That's fine. That's easy enough for us to do. We still need to supply you with the... what are they called? Little sap things. That's fine. So 5 Ignis, that's not going to take that long at all. We just need to make sure that we've got all of the resources here. It's fine. Make sure that fuel is constantly coming out as well. That is great. Let's grab some of the spare rocks that are just chilling around here, and let's pump them straight into there. Nice. Okay, so how do we get this wheat? That's what I want to know. How do we get access to that wheat? The cutter... Yeah, none of this stuff is achievable. Okay. The Forbidden Forge, we can unlock it, but we can't do anything. The Wheat Patch, also not achievable. So it's got to be something... Oh, I tell you what it could be. We've not really focused on this area up here, but yeah, it could be... It could be this. 10 wheats? No. Okay. Where is it in the tech tree, then? It has to fundamentally be in the tech tree. It absolutely has to be. Let's go and take a look. Mandrakes, no. Magic steel, no. Clicks on the iron ore. It could be there. That could lead me to wheat somewhere. Increases fuel capacity. That's not a bad idea, to be fair. Increases transfer speed. No, I've already looked at that. Iron plates. I'm sure I've seen the ability to harvest wheats. Yeah, learn to harvest wheat, but it requires planks. And okay, so if we need to learn to harvest wheat, where the heck do we get ourselves planks? I think that's a cutter. I think. But then we need to make gears. Can I make gears? Is that a thing that I can do? I can make gears right now. That requires iron bars. Okay, so that's what it's gonna need to be. Let's leave you on glass. Let's see if we can try and make ourselves another furnace. Things are getting very, very cramped out here. Yeah, let's get all of that in there. Let's get... sure, magic mulch. You're going to just spit out a whole bunch of stuff, which is great. That's kind of what we want. And then we go back to making that. Cool. And then that'll be fine. Okay, the good news is that we have got the ability to get loads and loads of furnaces down really rather rapidly, with the exception of the one flipping component, which is sap, which is what we need an extractor pylon for. We're pretty good for everything. We need one more. There we go. One more of these. Yeah, one more of those. A little bit more sand, of which we have got plenty just over there. Yeah, starting to notice that there are a few, like, hiccups. The game does seem to be struggling to keep up with the number of things that are currently on the screen, which is not necessarily ideal, but that's okay. One more flame. Can I get... I can do that. There we go. Okay. That in there. Let's go iron bar. So that requires coal as an input, and it also requires iron ore as an input. There we go. Very nice. And that will get me at least a couple of iron bars. It's nothing to write home about, but it's at least something. You need more water, because of course you do. That is fine. Okay, so we're going to get that. We're going to get 5 iron bars, a gear, and we're going to get the cutter unlocked, because that's going to allow me to unlock planks. I hope. I hope. So yeah, let's go and do that right now. Also, apparently I started building a furnace down here. I can't honestly say that I remember doing that, but it's here, and we'll probably end up finishing it at some point, but I've got a new furnace now, so that's great. Let's get our coal in there. Cool. That's going to give me 7. That is great. Very happy with that. In the meantime, let's finish up with the bit of research that we are doing. There we go. Nice. A little bit more. Beautiful stuff. Looking good. Okay, we need one more bit of iron for that. We need one more bit of metal for Tools Master, which is going to give me all click actions are stronger, which is great. Good time for it. Oh, look, it's me! Orbital Energy. All auto-clicking is 20% faster. That's actually, I'm not even joking, that's an absolutely goated talent. That's me! That's me! Orbital Energy. Heck yeah! And there's 4 levels to my upgrade as well, apparently. Very, very cool. Well, what can I say? I am a fan of my upgrade. That's good. It's really good. So let's get it done. Let's get it done. There we go. Also, let's see if I can build the extractor pylon. Yeah, I can't build quite yet, but I'm going to leave it there just so that I have it. I have it as a tantalizing sort of reminder as to what I can achieve, which is great. Let's get all of this here. That in there, that in there, that in there. What's the issue? Yeah, we've got an extractor pylon already in that position. That's fine. Yeah, fuel. Great. And let's go and get the cutter unlocked from Pont's shop. There we go. And then let's change the recipe to an iron bar, which we should have enough to make. From iron bar to a gear, we should have enough to do that. Shouldn't take too long either, which is great. We're actually going to need a second gear. Do you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking that we want to finish this furnace. Yep, that's exactly what I'm thinking. Let's get this furnace finished. And let's do that. so that we don't have any issues. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. Grab the gear, which is, of course, brand new. Up to here. Unlock the cutter. Unlock that thing. And let's see. What does the cutter require? Use to craft. Great. Let's just put it here. 10 iron bars. Oof, that's quite a lot. At least we've got the bricks in place already. So that's great. I need a little bit more flame stuff. Do I want to get... I need this... In order to get the stone block, I'm pretty sure that we're going to need the cutter. So, that's okay. Let's get the furnace finished over here, because... There we go. Pick up a bunch of coal. I think... Yeah, you can stay on gears for now there, buddy. That's okay. There we go. Get that in there. Nice. And we need more fuel, which I'm not going to deal with right now. That's fine. Okay, yeah, get this over here. And then let's get... Let's get iron bar. Then let's get this in there. And then we're going to build an extractor pylon. Or actually, is there another... If I check... I don't really want to deprioritize my own upgrades. But if I get... This, clicks on the iron ore node are 40% stronger. If I get that, and I very quickly hammer out a bunch of iron ore, I think that might lead to something, you know, that we've seen before, which is constantly spawn 5 bits of iron ore around the facility, or something like that. So let's just go and test that real quick. Also, I should not have used the coal as the fuel there. That's okay. Right, what do we got? Auto-clicking the iron node is 50% faster, or a 15% chance that 2 iron ore is produced instead of 1. Clicks on the iron node are faster. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that instead. So then, that goes in there, that goes in there. Because we could always do with improving this. Nice. Okay, so we're gonna need to get some more fuel of some sort. We're also gonna get an extractor node here, but at least we're in a good position going forward. And yeah, we will get all of that. So I just need tons, to be honest. I need absolutely flipping tons. I need tons and tons of resource. We need lots and lots of coal, actually. Maybe I'll get you on coal production. Yeah, this is probably a pretty good place to do it as well. Because we've got plenty of space up here. Sure, squeeze all that in. Keep on extracting all of the sap from this whilst we can. It's good. A little bit of fuel. A little bit of fuel. More ash. If in doubt, just transfer the wood. That's fine. And that should hopefully get me a bunch of coal as well, just by virtue of the fact that we have got lots of bonfires that are rolling. Okay, cool. Everything is looking good. I am comfortable with how this is all coming together. Let's just build up a little bit more of a steel supply chain, and then I'll catch up with you once I have done just that. Well, iron production is chugging away just grand, and actually, I think I should have the required components to make enough gears here. There we go. Fantastic. For 2 gears. And then for the cutter there, that should be fine. Let's get this out of there so that I don't end up accidentally wasting coal on some of the refueling operations. We're also starting to draw down on this massive, massive stockpile up there. I've also increased my hand size. It costs like 5 bricks to do, so I thought, you know what, screw it. We'll just do it. It's pretty darn cheap. I've got so many resources. My issues really are not how many resources I can produce. It's moving them all, which is why it's so important that I have all of these pylon towers. That really is the most critical thing. I also can get my own upgrades, which is a super cool thing to be able to say. There we go. Level 1 of orbital energy. 15 air for all auto-clicking to be upgraded. video game. That is like the perfect upgrade for me right now because I have got an absolute abundance of air. Mandrakes? Okay, so auto-clicking should be pretty quick now, I think. Relatively speaking. So, let's hope that it is. There we go. Just take this back out here and throw that into there. Nice. It's definitely quicker. It's not super quick on the... It's not super quick on the iron ore yet, but that's okay. We don't really care. All that we care about is that this has sort of near perpetual uptime, because that's the most sort of mission critical component for us right now. You need more of that. It's cool. There we go. And anybody that's spitting out coal, it's not going to be recycled into fuel. It's going to go to where we need it most, which is without question over on the front line, which is where we need our iron. Good. Everything is looking grand. Do I need any more water? Usually I need water for this facility. It's not really water right now. It just so happens to be wood, but that's okay. That is a-okay. Right. Extractor. This is so critical that we get this up and running. Okay. Beautiful. So, planks. Planks are what we require for this. So we need 5 planks, and that's literally just wood. Easy. What else have we got? Stone block and also iron plates. Love it. Absolutely flippin' love it. So it's 5. Oof, that's quite a large investment, to be fair. Large number of planks in order to... Large number of wood in order to make planks. That's fine. Is there an interstitial upgrade that we can get? Increase the capacity of sand fields by 5? Irrelevant. Increase sand generation speed? Irrelevant. Crystal growth, can't get it. Clay generation speed? Basically irrelevant. Bonfires craft faster? That's a good deal, actually. That would be fine to do. Let's also get you configured back into... There we go, coal production, because that is something that we will need lots of. So we'll go and make that happen. And keep on topping you up with the correct number of resources. Excellent. That's good. And 5 coal. We will almost be there, I would wager. And that will help us do a lot more, I think, with our existing bonfires. Nice. And it should all be done before we get the 5 planks that we require, which is very nice. Very nice indeed. 1 forbidden flame. That's actually very achievable. I'm going to take that upgrade, to be honest. There we go. We're going to do it. Sure. Is that going to get... I think that's going to get me to the max level. Yeah, I think that's going to get me right up to the max level, which is great. Let's, real quick, resupply this. Resupply this. It's actually going to be a bit more of a nightmare to resupply, because we will be operating at a faster speed now, thanks to those upgrades that I just got, which is a lovely problem to have. Very first world problem to be complaining about that. Oh no, my buildings are now operating too quickly. But you know what? It's kind of true. It's kind of true. There is my forbidden flame. Excellent. We get the bonfires done. We now need to get eternal coal to get up to the last level. That's fine. 20% chance that 2 lumber is produced. You know what? I might just do that because we've got the earth solvent there. So let's make it happen. 5 living wood. You know what? Let's get the 5 living woods. Oh, it's fast now. Now there is only a 5% chance that we get a living log. That seems like we should have rolled. There we go. Okay. It's actually, like, not happening anywhere near as much as I thought it was going to be. Come on. I mean, it's basically 1 in every 20, right? I mean, a 5% chance is literally like 1 in every 20. But still, feels like, given the speed that we're operating at, it should have happened a little bit quicker. There we go. Okay, well, that actually did end up working out. But, yeah, get that thrown in there. Cool. 20% chance that 2 lumber is produced. We are now super quick. Oh, I guess it's because it was happening with multiple procs. That's what was happening. Okay. What else? What else? What else? What else? Auto-clicking against all creatures is faster. The sword is better. Auto-clicking the iron node is faster. Yeah, you know what? Let's go and do that real quick. Because I'm still waiting for a bit more wood. And you know what? The wood's gonna remain there for a while. And I want to get rid of that little leaf that I've got. Pick up this. Pick up some coal. Let's get copious amount of wood and get that all deployed. Nice. And then we'll go and check on our iron operations in just a second, because I'm almost certain that we will need to resupply some resources, which I will do. But we will do after we drop off. There we go. That, so that we can hit a little bit quicker. Fantastic. Okay, yeah, we're now getting to the point where we can pretty consistently hold down our mouse button as opposed to me rapid spamming a whole bunch of clicks. That's feeling good. Well, I think it's time that we get wheat. I think it's time that we get wheat. We've got the planks already. I think we've got the iron ore, or sorry, the iron bars. We've got 15 of them. Yep, we absolutely do. Fantastic. We've unlocked the scythe. That is brilliant. Wheat crop clicks are now stronger. I don't know what that's going to unlock. So let's just get that done, sure, because I can do that fairly easily. Let's go and check out wheats in just a sec. So we've got a little wheat patch over here, and I can, there we go, fairly easily and quickly just get wheat. Nice. You're not buddy-buddy with that weird frog, are you? I saw him snooping around your goods when you weren't looking. Oh, okay. Strange, but that's fine. Spinning wheel. Bricks, gear, plank, and cotton. A mining engine. Automatically generates rocks over time. Maybe interested in that? What about you? The Forbidden Forge. Stone blocks. We can actually do that. The wheat patch I can unlock now, and in fact I will, just because I am here. Grab 3 bits of terra, go and get that sorted. I have a funny feeling that I might need more wheat than I currently have the capacity to deal with. So, yeah. Oh, also, I'm going to make stone blocks instead. Dump those in there. Stone blocks should be very, very easy for me to make. Yeah. That's good. And then, how about over here? What's the issue? It's iron again. Okay. I think my first extractor should go... It shouldn't go here, to be fair. This is not the right place for it. It should go next to the water, the well. That's really what's most important. Drop fuel? Ah, I didn't mean to put it in there. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. No worries. Okay, so... Ash, clay, aqua, no. Bring wells, craft faster. Maybe we want that? That's not bad. All automatic generators are faster. There's a lot of good options. There's so many decent options that we can take. Auto-clicking bushes is faster. Nah. Nah. Mandrake, sprinting. Increase the capacity of sand fields. No, not interested in any of that. We need to get the extraction thingy. Yeah, let's do it. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. That. We need the extraction pylon. And it is going to be... I can only say it's going to be expensive. It's going to be expensive. There's no other way of... No other way of saying it. This is looking fine, though. Why is this... It's because it's not... Oh, I see. You've not... There's literally... nothing within the radius. Huh. Okay, well, why don't I build a transfer pylon here instead? Because this is not good. This should have, like, 100%... This should have 100% uptime. You are just transferring it here as well. Oh, I see. Okay. Okay, well, we're going to have to build another transfer pylon. Yeah, build that over there. And we'll put that into here. Okay, so some slight tweaks, and I'd rather not be doing it, but it's important that this operation is conducted properly, because otherwise we will have major issues. Yeah, we need more of this Terra Earth stuff. We're going to need it for extractor pylons. There we go. That's exactly what we need. We need 1, 2 of those. Pick up the coal whilst we're over here. There we go. Drop you into there. Go and take the coal over to here. And whilst we're over here, do a tiny little bit of iron mining. Just to make sure that we're good. Also, oh yeah, it was wheat that we needed for up at the top to explore the new area. Can't remember how much, but let's just start destroying that. 10 wheats. Okay, that's actually super chill. We're fine with that. We are fine with that. Iron ingots, yep. Drop fuel, fine. I'll go deal with that in just a sec. But for now, come in there. Fire, get a whole bunch of fire. Yep, good. And the glass, we should have enough glass to make this all work. And then we got to go here. And then we got to go there. And then that all feeds through nicely. And then we go this in here. And that in there. And then this is going to go here instead. And then that's going to go through to there, apparently, which is what we can do. That's great. Kind of miscalculated that, but that's okay. Are we able to output? We are able to output. And this should now be fully automated, which is great. We like that. That's good news. 1 gear. Let's have a look. Is this going to work? We need water. That's why. Cool. 1 water. So, here's what I think we want to do with the extractor pylon. We obviously need to get it up here. We need to get water into this facility. I think that is... Well, I mean, to be fair, they're both, like, really important. Water here would make this entire process automated. So that's, like, valuable to do. Let's have a look. Are you extracting? Let me see. Extractor pylon transfers stored items to an allocated chest within its range. Ah. Collects items from any automatic generator. This isn't an automatic generator, though, is it? Can we... Bummer, I don't even know if we can get that water out. Collects output from a crafter. No. Mining engine automatically generates rocks over time. Yeah, I don't know if we can... I don't know how we do this. Yeah, I'm just not sure. I'm not sure how this extractor pylon works. I'm really not sure. That's a bummer, to be honest. If we can't get that water to be extracted automatically, then that is a real problem for us. Automatic generator. I guess the self-choppers are automatic generators. All air distillers generate 80% faster. Let's do that, actually, because that's really cheap for us to get. And it would allow me to use up some of my air. Tell you what, though. Okay, so that extractor, it's not wasted. We have not wasted... We've not wasted our time, effort, and energy building that extractor because... Move. Here. Yep. And then we want to go here. Wait, what? Oh, there we go. Okay, so it has just automatically taken out. And there we go. Now it can go straight in. Beautiful. Okay, so that's at least something. Let's do a fork pylon. Do a fork pylon here. Let's get this moved up to there. Let's get this moved up to there. This moved up to there. The fork pylon is pretty cheap for us to build as long as I've got these components hanging around. That's good. Then we can go there. And then we can go to there. We still do not have the fueling done, but you know what? That's going to at least allow us to do 50% of the operation. Oops. 50% of the operation is going to be done automatically, which means that we don't have to think about it. Great. That is nice. The water, still an absolute annoyance, but it's fine. Right, so this is going to go in there. Filtration system we are going to get. Speaking of filtration system, let's return here, get the dregs of the wheat sorted. We can get ourselves a filter pylon. Super cheap. I say super cheap. Gears are actually quite expensive. There we go. A chest pylon magically transfers items to a chest. Yeah, maybe. Mining engine generates rocks. We can get an iron plate. I think we can do that. I think we can do that. And the iron plate is good. Yeah, we're going to need more stone here, which I am absolutely fine doing. It's looking good. Okay, get that in there. Good. Bricks. Let's get this. So we still don't have any way to get water automatically. I'm gonna have to think about that, because the mining engine presumably is gonna give me stones, rocks, something, but it's presumably not going to give me water, which is what I'm really after. Right, that filtration system unlocks all mining engines are 40% faster, all air distillers have 5 more maximum storage. I'm not really that bothered about either of those. Cutters work faster. I'll get that done, I think. And you know what? I think I'll probably try and build a second cutter. Yeah. How much is a filter pylon, by the way? A gear, chaotic materia, and stone brick. Yeah, honestly, just justifying my decision as to why we need a second cutter here. Fantastic. Any coal? Decent amount of coal. Let's put you back on coal duty. There we go. Oh, and actually, tell you what. We could do with improving your sucking ability. That would be nice if we could improve your suckability. That'd be great. Or we don't really have any other options, to be honest. Yeah, it just kind of is what it is. Mining engine, we're gonna get a mining engine in here, I think, when the time is right. Does the mining engine work like that? The overclock. Yeah, the mining engine. Yeah, so we need 3. Hey, look. You know, we'll see. I think it'll work next to rocks. It'll definitely work next to rocks. Will it work next to a well? I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. Well, in the meantime, I think this is enough wheat to get this done. Okay, that's 3 Forbidden Flames to operate the next area. The Forbidden Flames are not super challenging. They're just a little bit annoying, more so than anything else. There we go. Let's go and get this done. There we go. Nice. Nice. This is looking good. You know what? I take it back. I actually think the extractor, although it's not initially as useful as I thought it was going to be, it's still pretty darn good. And we're getting quite a lot of utility out of it, which is very, very nice. Let's get all this in here. We're going to make 5 of these bad boys. That's great. And by the time that we're done, we should have a few more. Should have a few more of those. Those Ignis ready to rock and roll. Okay, as soon as the iron is done here, we're going to see if we can try and switch on over to iron plates. I've already thrown 3 into the mining engine. How's this going? It's fine. Throw that in there. That's going to get me 2. Let's go up and get some more wood. Man, we need to get the fueling. We need to get the fueling engine. Whatever the upgrade is. Yeah, we absolutely desperately need to get that sorted. There we go. Good. And good. So this upgrade requires 3. You require 1. And then we need 10 for the cutter. That's fine. Absolutely doable. Let's go and get this. Throw that into there. That's going to get us 2. And I needed 3, if I can recall. I needed 3 forbidden flames in order to get everything up and running. Let's go here. Can I use... No, I can't use the forbidden logs as... I can't use them as fuel, unfortunately. That's probably a little bit cruel now that I think about it, but... Whatever. Okay, this is all looking good. Grab all this. Dump these 2 in there. Dump that and that in there. That's going to get me another 2. That's marvelous. We've got loads of iron coming through, and I'm about to supercharge this area so that we've got plenty more. We'll get a little bit more iron ore just to make sure that this will keep operating. And then I think we will be good to get quite a few unlocks, actually. What do we want to start with? The mining engine? I think we'll get the mining engine first. Sure, so we need to get that unlocked. Let's set up the iron quarry. Automatically generates iron over time. Ah, okay. Well, that's a problem then. So the mining engine literally just mines rocks. That's a shame. That's a shame. Well, there's no point in us building it because, frankly, we've already got too many. I think. I don't really actually have too many. We kind of don't have enough. Oh, wow. Holding down the auto-clicking, that really goes. Yeah, okay, I guess we don't really have enough. That's kind of crazy. No matter. No matter at all. We can address that. Let's go and... Do I really need the overclock? Cutters work 50% faster? I do. I actually really do. Having more cutters and having them work faster will be absolutely huge for us. Let's go get the Forbidden Flame. Let's go and check out the next area. Don't really know what to expect down here. Don't think that there's anything exposed on the tech tree. Ooh, Primordial Cube. What is all that noise? Oh, that looks like cotton. You wanderer, why do you tumble in here so loudly? Ah, I see. You must have traveled to bask. You must have traveled far to bask in my glory. Oh, this guy's so swole. So be it. I will endow you with all my strength, tiny one, but only if you can impress me with a grand offering. I usually ask my followers for gold and diamonds, but you are poor. Therefore, I only ask you to prepare me a meal. Okay, mandrake, sand, and wheat. Mandrakes, actually. Tell you what, that's... Let's go and get this overclocking done. So that's going to speed things up tremendously. That's great. Is there... Spinning wheels work faster at a 5% chance for the cutter to produce double items. We need a growth engine. That's not impossible, I don't think. I'm going to get this. 5 glass and 5 coal to get faster furnaces. That seems like an absolutely amazing deal. Go, deposit that in there. Great. And get this here. So, yeah, let's get the blast furnaces up and running. So that's going to be even better. Iron bars and living wood. So that's going to allow me to do furnaces, or to get furnaces going even faster. Which I am very, very much here for. That's what we're going to be working on from a research perspective. There we go. Oops, drop all that off in there. Cool. Keep dropping. Keep dropping. Nice. Yeah, so we need more iron. We need to get the mandrakes. Yes, what did we require for the mandrakes? It was cotton, right? Yeah, it was cotton. Okay, well, how do we do cotton? It's the spinning wheel. 10 bricks, 3 gears, some planks. So, let's get this doing planks. And if we get you doing planks, then we'll have at least a little bit of security there. Let's get that in there, that in there. Nice, 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 nice. No fuel. That should never be happening. There we go, and a little bit more. Okay, we need to get a lot of iron. Everything is basically contingent on iron right now, which is fine. It's just going to take a little bit of time to get it all produced. The upgrade for the blast furnaces, that's absolutely the least critical component of everything here. It's all the other sort of useful stuff that is required. Spinning wheel, for example, that is probably more necessary. Yeah, the cotton is not happening. Unless, hold on. I mean, do we just have access to it? Yeah, we straight up just have access to it. Oh, nice. Well, I will not say no to that. Superb. Okay, still two gears are still that's still a bit of a challenge, to be honest. That's still a bit of a wall for us. But actually should be relatively easy for us to get. If we just do this a bit more. Great. 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 Okay, I am chuffed with that. There we go. Can I just put it down? Drop fuel. Yeah, drop it in there. It's fine. Okay, we got actually a little bit too much ash right now. But that's fine. And that goes in there. That goes in there. Yeah, see, if only we didn't have these bonfires spitting out coal, then that would all work just a little bit better. Because then we could just put a collector here and then direct it in, but we can't do that because it's going to get contaminated with coal, and then that's gonna suck. We don't want that to happen. We do not want that to happen at all. Right. Bit more iron. Nice. Also, I need to make sure that my cutter is consistently in operation, because I suspect that it will very swiftly run out of logs if I let it. So let's make sure that that's sorted. Cool. Alright, 5 iron bars. Do we need anything else? No, we're just after that second gear. And then we're going to see what a thread machine costs. Or a spinner? Spinning wheel, that's it. Right, let's go and get you to do chest pylon, I guess. 3 planks is not challenging. Let's see what a spinning wheel requires. 10 planks. Oof, that's quite a large commitment. 3 gears. That's an even larger commitment, to be honest. I cannot believe how we are out of wood. It's been a long time coming. But we finally arrived. It's because we're more efficiently turning it into ash, which is nice. It's a nice problem to have, that we're finally using all of our ash. Anyway, let's focus up on this objective here. We need to get clay. Oh, that's looking good too. Need to get clay. Yep, I'll go and do that, and we'll make a bunch of bricks. And those bricks will immediately get thrown into here. 10 boards. Almost there. 3 gears. We are at 2 gears with a third on back order from the facility out here. There we go. Very good. Oh, this is coming together. This is coming together so darned nicely. I feel like maybe sand isn't the best thing to move across the map now, though. I think we might have kind of moved past that point. 1, 2, good, and then what else? I think we just get more cutters, I guess. Yeah, or maybe even another. Another one of these bad boys. The self-choppers. Because they're pretty easy for us to make. That would help. That would help quite a lot, because I've got loads of these self-choppers. Loads of the Terra stuff, sorry. And the logs. I'm about to start the process of getting loads and loads of logs. Because I'm going to do a little bit of chopping. Yeah, because we need a lot of them. Right. Let's sort out the iron situation first. And then maybe we want to do some coal production over here as well. Yeah. What I'm kind of thinking here is if we get ourselves a furnace. Yeah, so if we were to get ourselves like a furnace here. I realize it's a bit of a faff, but let's just sort of plan it out. A collector here. Would have to be up in this area. We'd have to move all of this. Yeah, so, and then from there, we could get an extractor. Yep, an extractor here. And then a self-chopper. And another self-chopper. And then that would basically feed everything. Oh, also, tell you what, if I got a fueler pylon, that would be even better, because that could fuel this up. But, I mean, I feel like we're a bit of a ways away from being able to do that. Don't get me wrong. It'd be really, really nice to be able to automate that, but the fact that we can't automate fuel is a little bit of a massive problem, actually. A little bit of a massive problem. Let's get this. Cool. Let's get this. Let's get this. And let's tidy this all up. Good. Nice. That is much tidier. We need fuel. Yes, we do. We do need fuel, and we need a lot of it. Holy cow, we are bang out of resources. Well, what are we going to do first? I think... Look at that. See, that's more like what I was talking about. It's a really good ratio of logs there. I'm going to get 2 more self-choppers first before we press on with anything else. Let's get all of that in there. Nice. The cotton is going to happen quite quickly. That's... Yep. Nice. Nice. A little bit more fuel. The more bonfires we have burning, the quicker we are going to be able to get more coal as a byproduct. So it's absolutely worth doing. For sure. For sure it's worth doing. So that's all looking good. That's all looking good. The cotton. Yep. The gear. Brilliant. We need 1 more of those. The blast furnace is going to need to get supercharged a little bit more. So I think this is a great opportunity just to return to the stump and just hit tree stump. Hit tree stump hard. Yep. There we go. It's good enough for me. All that in there. And then we need 5 cotton. Cool. 5 cotton. Get some wood dropped off. That's fine. 5 cotton should be fairly easy for us to do. It's just down here. Don't know what the heck that is. Well, I think it's the obelisk. I think it's the magic obelisk or whatever. Also, 15 sand, that's very easy. Probably going to do that fairly soon. The mandrake, I can taste the mandrake. I can taste the mandrake already. I don't know where the mandrake is on the map. I think it's maybe actually it's down here. Oh, that's it. It's literally right there. It's literally right there. Beautiful. Okay, so that's the secret knowledge that we need in order to get the mandrake out of there. Ah, it's wheat. Okay, wheat for rope and then cotton for thread. Fine. The upgrade, that requires a little bit more iron. Let's go and get this sorted before... I need one more bit of... One more bit of coal, please. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, need one more bit of coal, one more bit of iron. This is... You know what? I'm going to start the process of building this. It's a little bit annoying to do, but it's fine. Yeah. None of it is complicated. It's all just there. It's fine. Right, blast furnaces. Blast furnaces working extra hard, extra fast is good. Mandrake, yep, we need 3 threads and some planks. Let's go down here to get more of this. I've also got, there we go, a bunch of sand, which apparently you are after because you want to eat it or something. I don't know what the heck that is about. I do not question what that is about. I just do my job. Okay, so it's going to get me 1 thread. Man, that kind of sucks. It's a low level of thread output. You need 3 planks, so let's go and get that done. Also, I can probably unlock a cotton patch now. There we go. Can't unlock anything there. What about you over here? Soon you will enter into the eastern woods. There's a dangerous statue in there. If you so much as look at it, you will instantly vanish forever. So best not go near it, apprentice. Pretend it doesn't even exist. Okay. Forbidden forge. Oh yeah, crafts forbidden items. Cotton patch. Plank, terra, and cotton. Forbidden forge. Let's get the forbidden forge up and running. I have yet to do that. That's okay. Throw this into there. And we'll get some earth solent. And that should give me plenty, actually. That's good. Very nice. All of that. Perfect. All of this. What else do I need? Planks need to be into there. And then, of course, we're going to need to just get more cotton, more threads. That's what the name of the game is. Not a huge amount, but definitely need more than I currently have. Okay, a couple of interesting things that we can do. Just going to get this area sorted out real quick because I think we would really benefit from having it up and running. And I think we can do it right now as well. Or at least most of the sort of important stuff. Furnace being up and running. This stuff is kind of close. We need a little bit more water. Of course we do. It's always the water that we need for pretty much everything. But we can at least get earmuffs sorted as well. There we go. Nice. Yep. Good. Earmuffs. Let's do it. Okay, so we should now be able to get mandrakes. I can also get the forbidden forge. I don't know how we build that, but let's have a little look. The chest pylon. Oh yeah, we got the chest pylon. 3 forbidden flame, iron bar, and 5 stone. That's actually fine. The forbidden flames we're going to need to work harder on, honestly. We need so much more water. It is water, water, water that we always, always, always consistently need. Yoink. 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 Nice. Okay, more fuel. Always more fuel. Always more everything. What do we need here? We need more air here. That's not, that's glass. And honestly, we probably need more of these bad boys as well. Okay, in terms of the next upgrade, we're going to have to pick it in just a sec. But I want to go and pick up the mandrakes before I do that. But I want to make sure that everything is operating at least a semi-high level of efficiency. We're going to make 4. What is it that we need more of? It's more of these. We can now make 7. That's good. And then Forbidden Flame. Yep, good. Excellent. Happy days. Let's get you making... Let's get you making this, and I will just manually feed you for now. Not perfect, far from it, but that's okay. Right, anything else that we want to get? Auto-clicking creatures. Nah. What do we got? Mandrakes grow 80% faster. Mage flowers grow in the eastern woods. Maybe? Maybe? A 5% chance that mining anything will produce an extra item. That is really good. Wheat crop clicks are stronger. I will take that because that is super easy for us to do. And in fact, it's going to incentivize me to pay attention to my crafters, which is good. I am also starting to see that we're running out of our resources that we've got stored up. So that is something that we're going to want to change. But for now, it's chill. Here we go. That's going to make 2. That's going to be enough. Great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Loads and loads and loads. That's good. Okay. I need to go and check out the mandrakes. I'm going to go and do that in just a sec. I know. Before I do the mandrakes, do I want to do this? I kind of do, but we need to get the extractor pylon in order to get... No. You know what? No. Let's get a slightly larger stack of goodies here. Slightly larger stack of goodies there. That's good enough. Then, let's go and pick up these mandrakes. Okay. Great. Wonderful. We've got a mandrake. And it looks like they're in 2 locations. Interesting. Fine. And so... I don't know how many... I guess they can just grow anywhere over here. Okay, so Spook's shop. I think Spook said that he was going to give me power if I give him everything that he's after. I don't like the sound they make. It's very weird. I will just... Yeah, I'll do that. I'll give you the mandrakes, and then I think I'll just go and immediately prioritize getting the wheat done here. Yeah, let's maybe think about this sensibly. I can get the enhanced edge, which is going to make wheat production easier. But it's pretty darn slow at the moment. That's the only problem. It's pretty darned slow. Yeah, I need 1 more, and another gear, and 3 stone. Ah. There's so much. Where are you going? You're going into there. You're going into there. Okay, there's clearly like a lot of stuff still in the system here. Fine, that's a good problem to have. Go, and that's fine. I'll pick up more of that stuff in just a sec. But I really do need the automatic refueler. That would be supremely useful for me. But what can I say? It's fine. Right, we need gears. We need gears. We need gears. We need living logs. And the stone should take care of itself. I think. There we go. Let's also make sure that whenever I'm up here, the main reason that I'm up here is, of course, to try and mine said wheat. So let's do that. And yeah, I think it's just living logs that we really need. Living logs. There. Let's go throw this in there. Nice. How many gears will that get me? That'll give me 3 gears. That's fine. Throw all this in here. All that in there. Very nice. Cool. Okay, now I basically just need living logs. That is all I need in order to make pretty much every aspect of my coal power operation work. We get a couple of living logs. I think it's 5. 5 for 1 self-chopper. That would sort me right out. Well, I think that's it. That's probably enough. Yeah, that's 10. That is quite a large number, to be honest. Good. Fill that up there. And then we need 1 more solent. We need 1 gear. That's not the right thing. That's fine. Yeah, let's get this into there. Good. Yes, there's a lot of other stuff that needs my attention. I don't want to think about it right now. I just want to think about getting this area automated. This is going to drag to there. That's good. And that is automatically going to work. And then from there, we do need one more transmission pylon, transfer pylon thing, yeah. And then that's going to go from here. I need to build it first. 5 stone, 1 glass. One of those. 5 stone, 1 glass. That's fine. Yep. And then that goes into there. That goes into there. Okay, so that's at least the annoying part taken care of. We do still need to cater towards the fuel. Not really sure how much of a time saving I'm actually going to make, but that's okay. I'm happy that we've at least partially automated it. That's kind of nice. Okay, Spook, you're gonna get your dinner soon. We're close. We need, what is that, 12? I think that's 12 wheat. So that's nice. We're almost there. Let's get a bit more fuel. A few more logs. A bit more stone. Nice. Nice. This is looking great. This is looking superb. And I think that might be a little bit of overkill on the wheats, but that's fine. Also, I need to go and check out what the requirement is for the next delivery up here. Obsidian. Also, oh yeah, we're getting some major lag spikes. Holy cow. It does not seem like this game is optimized overly well. What do we need? One more mandrake? Yeah. Nice. Okay. Mandrakes, sand, and wheat. What sort of meal is that? Well, you tried your best, little one, and that is valiant enough. For your intentions, I grant you the knowledge of trade, building a market to get gold and escape your destitute poverty, little one. Return to me with gold. Interesting. A blaze totem. Nearby fuel lasts twice as long. It doesn't stack. 10 coal, 10 ignis, 5 living wood. That's cheap as chips. That's really cheap. I mean, we need to build a market first, and that requires obsidian, which we don't currently have access to, but hey, what can I say? Wow, I think we're going to wrap this up. I honestly have probably been playing this for far too long. I have really, really, really enjoyed myself. This is a really, really good game. I really enjoyed playing the demo. So much so that apparently I got a character in the game, which is nice. I got a little... Let's go and have a little look at it, shall we? There we go. Orbital energy. And it's 10 mandrakes. It's really good. What a great upgrade. What a great upgrade. That is really, really nice. Anyway, yeah, we've only got 32% of stuff unlocked. That is absolutely crazy. Yeah, there's a lot more juice to squeeze here, and I'm definitely going to be checking this one out off camera, playing it some more, which is always a good sign, because I just want to play. This is really, really good. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, check out the game, linked down in the description below. Available over on Steam. But for now, and for me, I've been Orbital Potato. I'll catch you next time. Bye.